and then my friend eventually talked me into putting it up. But a lot of my blogs are more personal, and I guess at this point, the reason why I continue to do it is because I like to help people out in whatever way possible. So, a lot of people might be able to relate to my struggles early in my career and learn from what I learned early in my career. Maybe they can avoid a similar situation, or maybe it helps them get out of a similar situation that they're stuck in right now. So, I really get a lot of happiness out of helping other people out, and so it's kind of a situation where you definitely want to help people out wherever possible, but when you're at the table, it's cutthroat.
Right. I'm sure you get tons of emails from people asking questions. So.
Yeah, my inbox is always full, so it can get a little overwhelming at times. But
do you write everyone back?
Yeah.
There's an interesting quote from the same blog about the pressure you're putting on yourself while playing. You said, "I need to post some results or fade into the realm of mediocrity." You've done more in the past year and a half than some players do their entire year, or the entire future of playing poker. So why the need for the consistent success?
I'd say just for me personally, I guess I just really need to feel the feeling of winning. It's not even really about the money or the fame or anything like that. It's just when I do something, I really don't like to lose, because otherwise, why are you doing it? And so when I play, if I'm not posting any result, it's more for me. If I'm not going to be taking it seriously and doing my best to be the best, then what's the point?
From February, you praised the WPT for making beneficial changes by reducing its schedule and adding more professional coverage. How else do you think tournament poker can be improved, and even televised poker?
Well, in a post a long time ago, I posted my ideal tournament, and so I guess the big thing that I see lacking right now is good spectator viewing areas. A lot of times spectators are so far away from the action they can't tell who raised or who's in what pot. And you get family out here coming to watch you play, and you really want them to be able to watch you. I kind of view it. It's not. I don't think poker's a sport, but it's similar in the fact that you have people that care about you that want to come support you and watch you. And in any other sport, they can go to your game and watch you play. And
you're talking about final tables, right? Or are you talking about in general, just
here today? No, they do a pretty good job with the final tables, but I'm talking about in general throughout the tournament. They keep the spectators so far back that I think that if they created little sections where a smaller section where people could surround the section and it would be closer to the action. That would be great. That's the one thing that I do love about the NBC Heads Up is everybody in the stands is right there. They're seriously 5 feet away, and they're respectful of the players. And so, I think that as long as you keep the crowd under control and make sure that they're not getting too drunk or anything like that, that can be really exciting and you can get a lot of people out there and supporting people. So, I think that it can only be better for the game.
Alrighty. You're one of the few players who actually gets out of the casino. You go out and do stuff. What did you say in Australia? You went scuba diving. You went to the Aussie Open. Why is it so important for you to do these things?
Well, for me personally, I just when I get eliminated from a tournament, I definitely want to think about what I did wrong and everything. But at the same time, I don't want it to ruin my time there. And so usually I just try to forget about it and go have a good time, and then get that much more psyched for the next tournament, rather than just getting down on myself and just not having a good time. And likewise, before the tournament, I like to do some stuff a lot of that stuff I did before the tournament, and it's basically to clear my head and put myself in the right mindset where I'm having a good time, and then I go into the tournament and I'm having a great time. And I think that there's part of me that really, really wants to do a lot more thinking about the tournament before, but what I want to prevent myself from doing is playing a lot of cash games, because if you have a bad cash game right before the tournament, then it can put you, and you can drop your confidence a little, and it's just really bad. So that possibility, even though when I sit at a cash game I don't think I'm going to lose it, but that possibility, even if it's 1% chance, I don't want to take that chance. So when I am getting ready to play a major tournament, what I'll usually do is go have a good time, the few days before, and then the day before, I spend pretty much all day just thinking about the tournament and thinking about like what I'm going to do in certain situations.
Isn't it also kind of about just having a life outside of poker? So many of these guys, this is all they do. Every single day, that's it.
Yeah, I get burnt out very easily. And so for me personally, balance is huge. So I find that the more I play, the lower my results go. I usually try to only play, main event every month or so, maybe every other month. And, as far as the lower events, I just really don't like the structures, so I just don't really play lower events. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I'll do every now and then is play a Sunday Million or something with a bunch of friends in the same room, each on their own laptops. But, for me personally, I do think it's really important to know what's important in your life, and because if poker starts to go bad and it's all your life is, then you're going to get depressed, and things are kind of going to go awry. So, it's really important for sure.
Okay, it's time to talk about an important subject that we discuss with most of the big pros.
Okay.
How's your golf game going?
Unfortunately, I'm the type that, like, if I'm going to do something, I go out at 100%. And right now, golf's not a priority for me. So I go out and I swing them every now and then just for fun. And it's really, really hard for me to do something just for fun and not being competitive about it. So whenever I go, I usually get pretty frustrated. But
it's tough too. Golf is hard.
Yeah. So I tried to do it. I tried to, be really crazy about golf and really crazy about poker, and to do both is just really hard, because then, like you said, every other area of your life just kind of gets put in the background, and that's not what I want to happen. There's a lot of things that are more important to me than being a good golfer or good poker player.
Hey, what about bowling? You were bowling for a while.
Yeah, bowling I was obsessed with for a while. I was playing about 15 games a day.
Jeez.
But I'm still bowling. I fill in for my friends on their league, and I'm improving my game. I took lessons for a while. And right now I think that's probably the thing that's going best for me, the little hobby. Yeah. I think I've got about a 185 average right now. So.
You have to bet with us again. All right. You've said in the past, because you're so spontaneous, you move from one obsession to the other all the time, you don't see yourself... How long do you see yourself playing poker?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't try to predict what I'm going to do in the future, and maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. Maybe. But, honestly, I think that I will still be playing at least main events way down the road. As far as playing it consistently in the online cash games and all that, I don't know. Maybe I'll get sick of it, and maybe I'll want to take on something else. But I am playing it less and less and getting more into other endeavors, like I mentioned, the stock market, and I do want to write a book, and so there's other things that really interest me, and so I think that I'll always be involved somewhat, but maybe not as heavily. And so, I think that I will still give it all my focus for the major events and stuff. But as far as, making a career out of consistent cash games and stuff like that, basically I just want to diversify. And so that way, if, I do have a losing stretch in poker, I can just minimize what I'm doing there and then